Alright guys, Wuthering Waves is about to get their biggest update yet, with the 1.3 version update quickly approaching us, adding a bunch of new stuff, among them the new limited 5-star Shorekeeper. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys everything you need to know so you can pre-farm for Shorekeeper before she comes out. We got all the Ascension Materials, the Forte Materials, which echo sets you need on her, as well as all the recommended teams and weapons for Shorekeeper. But before we start, let's talk about today's sponsor, Book of Yogg. So Book of Yogg is a free-to-play idle RPG game available on Steam and the Epic Games Store. In this game, you can rally heroes, develop a kingdom, and explore the secrets of the lost world. You can also get your very own heroes, which they have a wide variety of unique and amazing characters. With hundreds of skills and thousands of loot for the taking, Book of Yogg has a wide variety of fun gameplay and systems. They got an idle system, experience an easier idle ARPG, you can progress even when you're offline, no need to waste time in meaningless battles, so you can enjoy the game at your own pace. They got a lot of heroes you can pull for, collect dozens of heroes that are waiting for you to recruit them, up to 6 unique classes: warriors, tank, rangers, assassins, mages, and support class. Each class has its own unique and special class system and talent trees. If you like RPGs, this will be right up your alley. I did some pulls myself, and in 2 summons I got one of the best looking characters. But that's not all. This game also has strategy. Experience the rich in-game strategic system to maximize your potential. Customize the items, skill, talents, characters to freely make your own perfect hero. Each hero has a wide variety of unique and special skill trees and talents. The game also has loot and NRG system. Explore the wilderness, battlefields, and dungeons to slay the monsters to get thousands of unique loot, all of which are randomly generated. Each battle can bring an unexpected reward and experience. And if you want to take your team to battle against others, this game also provides a fun PvP experience. And it's an idle game for a reason, so you can play at your own pace. There's no need to invest too much effort, nor is there need to pay to win. Whether it is loot, skill tome, skill materials, or even heroes, they can be gained easily through normal gameplay. And on top of that, this game is free, so you can try it out yourself. Thank you Book of Yogg for sponsoring this video. Alright, so let's get into the Shorekeeper pre-farm guide. The first thing we can cover are the Ascension Materials. If you want to level her from level 0 up to 90, here is all you need. Here is the amount of Whispering Cores that you will need, and you will also need 46 total logical and 60 Nova. Now, where do we get these materials? Whispering Cores are found by farming whisperings around the map, and luckily we got a tracking system in the game to detect the relevant whisperings in the map. So with that system, they're pretty easy to find. Next up are the 2 new materials that we can't farm just yet, since they will be added in the 1.3 update. The topological is from defeating the new 1.3 boss called No Return, and the Nova is a new material you can find in the 1.3 Black Shores map. The map and materials will be released in 1.3, and luckily in 1.3 WUWA will be adding a new quality of life change where we can quickly locate the area with the most amount of the material that we are looking for. So that will be a pretty helpful change to help us farm for our characters more quickly. And now moving on to the Forte Materials, some more Whispering Cores. You will need a bunch of Presto Helix material you can obtain from the Forgery Challenge Misty Forest. And lastly, the Sentinel's Dagger, which all you need to do is beat the weekly boss Destined Confrontation. Make sure you have a ton of credit guys, as in total, this will cost up to 2.1 million credits for both the Ascension and Forte Materials. It's mostly the Forte upgrades taking that much. Alright, so we went over the Forte and Ascension upgrade materials. Now let's talk about the echoes you need for Shorekeeper. So with her providing a ton of healing and support for your team, she gives crit buffs, damage buffs, big heals in her kit, and the amount of buffs she provides is around the amount of energy that you have. So you naturally want to equip her with either the Moonlit Cloud if you need more energy, or if you have enough energy without this set, you can easily run the full Rejuvenating Glow set, which is the set I would recommend the most, since with the 2-piece it provides 10% healing, and the full 5-piece set giving your team a 15% attack buff for 30 seconds upon healing allies, which she can do very easily, both her ultimate and her skill heal her allies, so this will be up pretty much 100% of the time. This extra attack buff will also be very good, especially on top of everything else she provides. Stacking upon your crit rate buffs, your crit damage buffs, and your damage buffs, your main DPS is going to do a ton of damage with this set. Now, the 4 cost echoes you can use is either the Bellborn or the new upcoming boss, which I believe both will have the option to use Moonlit Cloud or Rejuvenating Glow, and try to get healing bonus for the main stat. Alright, so Shorekeeper needs a lot of energy. You want a minimum of 250% energy to achieve the max buffs. As 250 energy, you will be able to give your team 25% crit damage and 12.5% crit rate. So since that is the case, I recommend for the main stat of the free cost echoes, they should all be energy regen. And for the 1 cost echoes, this time we're going to be going with HP, as her kit scales with HP. So for Shorekeeper, you want the 1 cost echoes with the HP percent. Finally, we can start using our 1 cost HP echoes. Alright, so now we went over the main stats. Now let's talk about the substats. I would say you want to prioritize the energy regen, as you really want to reach that 250 minimum. But if you already reach it easily without investing too much in the substats, let's say you pulled her weapon, then you will easily be able to reach it. Well, I would say aside from the energy regen, you can try to get HP as she scales off of HP. If not, you can try to go with some crit rate and crit damage, give her some DPS, as she does need longer field time than other supports, so you'll be attacking the enemy a lot with Shorekeeper. So it's not a bad idea if she does a good amount of damage at the same time. But other than that, you just want as much energy regen as possible. And now let's talk about the weapons, guys. So for the weapon options, she has 2 choices. The best one here, I would say, is the 4-star variation, providing energy regen. This is the most free-to-play friendly option, but of course, her signature weapon will be her best in slot, providing up to 77% energy regen, which is kind of a crazy amount, and it will make you reach the minimum ER requirement quite easily, as well as the other effects on this weapon. It also increases her HP, gives her more energy points, and buffs the attack of your allies. And on the screen here, you can see the materials needed for the weapon upgrades. So for those who are pulling for the signature weapon, you can use this as a reference. Now the last thing I can mention is Shorekeeper's teams. She seems to be a really universal healer and buffer, being good on any team, although she's especially good for survivability, keeping your team alive. A character that comes to mind is like Danjin, always being low HP. She is a really good choice to pair up with Shorekeeper, as Shorekeeper will keep her alive constantly. And basically, Shorekeeper is overall a comfy pick character, keeping your team alive, providing great support. Not much is needed. But yeah guys, so this concludes my Shorekeeper pre-farm guide. And as always, if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe, put those notifications on to be kept updated with WUWA 24/7. That is all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.